she was pregnant by this man, Josh, and found herself homeless and living on the streets. Now, today, Drea is joining us virtually from Iowa City, Iowa, and is determined to prove to Josh, who's coming to us from Burlington, Iowa, that he is Amisha's biological father. Take a look at her story.
My life has not been easy. I have been broken down time and time again. And to have Josh deny my daughter is heartbreaking. When I discovered I was pregnant, I had nowhere to live. I found myself homeless, alone, and scared. I had no job, no money, and no place to call my own. Carrying my first child, I didn't know what to do or where to turn. And eventually, I wound up sleeping on the street. Josh knew my situation. He didn't give a damn about me or his daughter. This stress took a toll on my pregnancy. I had preeclampsia and high blood pressure. I almost died the day that I gave birth. And I thank God every day that my daughter Amisha came into this world healthy. I only wish Josh could have felt the same way. For the first month of my daughter's life, we lived in a shelter. Today, I have my own home.
I'm now in my own home, coming from being homeless, not knowing where my next meal was going to come from. I did this for me, for my daughter. Because Josh isn't here, I'm the only one she has.
It's me and Amisha up against the world. But what a better world it would be if she had her daddy in it.
Well, Drea, welcome to you. And I know you're very emotional about this. And you want Amisha to have a father in her life because it's very important to you.
Yes.
First of all, you're like 10 or 11 years older than Josh, right?
I'm 11 years older than him.
And so you knew him when he was a teenager. I mean, you weren't together,
Yes.
but you knew him. So you knew him growing up. So you contact him when you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, I did.
And his reaction was?
He can't have kids.
Is that what he
He's
said?
never had a kid.
He says the only reason you're saying that he's the father is because, A, he's a good-looking guy, and secondly, he has 40 acres of land, and he's an entrepreneur, and you're just trying to get stuff from him.
I don't want nothing from him. I don't need nothing from him.
Go back to being pregnant. You're pregnant and you're homeless. You're sleeping on park benches. You're sleeping anywhere you can, and you're doing this up to the time that you almost deliver, right?
I was doing it up to the time that I did deliver.
Did he know that you were living on the street when you were pregnant?
He knew the whole time. He knew the whole time that I was homeless. Yes, he knew.
Very difficult delivery, as I understand. You had preeclampsia.
Both of our heart rates dropped and my blood pressure dropped. And what happened was the umbilical cord was around her neck. So they had to do an emergency C-section. They had 11 minutes to get her out. And I believe they got her out in 9.
So it's almost a miracle that the both of you are alive.
It is a miracle. Yes, it is. And she's my miracle.
And was he there for the delivery? Did he know you delivered?
He knew everything. I never left him out. I told him everything. It was his choice not to be there.
Amisha, as I understand, is like, what, 11 months old?
She'll be 1 in 4 days.
And how many times has Josh seen him?
He's seen her one time, but he walked right by her at Walmart.
He says he never saw her.
He walked by us in Walmart and shook his head no because he was with another girl.
In 11 months, what has he done for her?
Oh, not one thing. He hasn't done one thing. I've done everything. And if I can't do it, my mother has.
Josh says that he's asked for a DNA test several times and you just never show up.
He's the one who's never showed up.
Really?
I've got a hold of child support. Child support has reached out to him. I know because they've contacted me and said they can't reach him. And he could have been the one to ask for a DNA test. He knows how to do it. I didn't need it. I'm doing this now to prove to him really that she's his.
I want to read you 2 text messages that Josh has sent you, okay? Here's the first text. Okay. You can't tell me I'm not sexy. And here's the conversation between you and Josh in a second text. You wrote, Amisha looks just like you. And Josh replied,